Hello Power News Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that's happened in the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. A little bit of an interesting different video today. So basically last night there was a lot of information that went down about the brand new Hasbro Pulse exclusive Selfie Series line of figures that are basically going to be customizable figures where you can have your own face on a Hasbro 6-inch action figure. Very interesting stuff. That's leaked from a developer version of Hasbro Pulse that went live, that went public by accident last night before being quickly taken down. However, before it got taken down, I did go live on the channel last night to talk all about the Selfie Series leaks and also the Memorial Gear Leader information. So if you did not catch the entire hour-and-a-half long live stream, which I don't blame you, it also happened very late, this is going to be an episode of Lightning Storm today to just show you recaps from that stream, because the page has since been taken down, but the stream is still there and it has all of the pictures and screen sharing of the site. So basically, here's a highlight reel of what happened so we can cover the Selfie Series. But yeah, so we have the Selfie Series, which I'm kind of just adjusting my screen around here so I can still maneuver it. That will work, but it's kind of blocking the chat. All right, there we go. So yeah, but basically we have this page that leaked out tonight. And this is interesting to talk about, but also the next HasLab product leaked out as well, which is very interesting. It's a Star Wars item from the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but that's not anything to do with this channel. It looks sweet, but it's not anything that I particularly care about, but still, big leak there. I don't know when they probably would have announced that HasLab probably like on Friday when the show launches on Disney Plus, perhaps, but not the point. So we have this thing here. We got the Selfie Series. Now, I still don't really know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Nightmare Fuel primarily. That's definitely for sure. But basically, this is this page on the developer Hasbro site that has a bunch of figures listed at $60 each with just random heads on them. And what I assume from this, based off of the name and based off of what the pictures show, is that these would be versions of these figures that you could buy with like your own head sculpt for them. I think it's what these would be. How that would work, I have no idea, because very interesting, but like, I don't know. I'm very intrigued by this. This is definitely a really cool concept, and there's a lot of choices here. But basically we have the Snake Eyes series, or for the classified line. We just have a generic Ghostbuster, which is pretty cool. I wonder if you'd be able to customize the name on the jacket. That would be really cool. We have the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger, obviously, which looks terrifying. This says sold out, but like, you can't order any of these. If you try, it just errors out, as far as I'm aware. Not that I tried or anything like that, because that would be nuts, right? But we have the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, which this one is probably the most terrifying, and I will bring them up in other tabs so we can see them. I think that's the same Snake Eyes. So you can definitely tell this website is just kind of its own weird world. We have a Black Widow. We have a Spider-Man, Iron Man. I love these ones that just show store logos on them. So we have this Best Buy one for a Stormtrooper. We have a Walgreens one for Mando. Lots of Star Wars ones, actually. And then we got Black Panther. So pretty good selection across the board. Pretty much all the main Hasbro brands. But you can see here, it says Hasbro Development. So definitely not supposed to be a thing that's just live. It looks like you could order it, but you can't. And it's just like, I love how this image doesn't even load. It just says Hasbro Development, and you get this nightmare fuel of a picture where the mouth is uncentered, and it just looks really terrifying, to be honest. But yeah, basically it looks like it would be just a Mighty Morphin Red figure that you would put your own head sculpt on, which is a really cool idea. But it really looks terrifying. And I also hope that it wouldn't actually cost $60. I really hope that it wouldn't, but I would also not be surprised if it did, because just, you know, how it goes. Martian Ranger said Hasbro was quick to replace Jason as the Red Ranger. Yeah, it's true. Very, very true. Your order is being processed, and it does not work. So yeah, I just tried. Does not work. Honestly, that's fine. Oh yeah, okay. It says credit card number is not an accepted test number. So clearly, the development page of Hasbro Pulse is like, well, a development page. So it doesn't like, I guess, fully have all the capabilities of the site. Here's some more nightmare fuel for you guys. This one is sold out though somehow. So, but this one, I don't think this one is as terrifying as the Red Ranger one is, but it's still in that weird uncanny valley. Like, I mean, I've leaked Lightning Collection stuff for like 2.5 years at this point, and still certain ways that these items leak just continue to completely baffle me. It's really, really fun. What else we got going on here? It's a right here, Booma says it's a very interesting idea. It is. It's a really cool idea that I haven't really talked about enough. I'm kind of just sitting here trying to figure out what's happening. But Jason says, what would you do if you got that guy's head shipped to you? That's another good question. Yeah, because like, how would this work? Like, would you send them a picture? Oh, the Spider-Man one has box art? Is that the case? Whoa! Oh, interesting. Thank you for pointing that out. One thing I wanted to mention about this, because I'm trying to just collect all my thoughts here. A year ago, there was a list of listings that came out, and it's the list that had a lot of stuff on it that we're still getting. So that list had it had Wave 11, 12, 13, and 14's code names and everything like that. But it had Selfie Series on the list. It had one for Power Rangers. It had one for Star Wars. And clearly, this is probably what that was supposed to be. So I'm very, very curious when this will be a thing officially announced. Because that was another thing, too. When this site got found like an hour ago, I guess we were not 100% sure if this was like something in development and then they canceled it or something. Maybe that's why the website was so weird. But I would say probably not if this is like a fully done box and everything. But this looks really cool. So I assume you get like a Power Rangers logo there and then like your head, I suppose. But there's a lot of promo shots of this, which I guess is just the generic head. I think that's just pretty much a generic back of the Marvel Legends box. But I really like this Selfie Series box. Oh, so it even kind of like fits in. Yeah, it just says Mandalorian Warrior, which would make sense. It'd just be kind of a generic Mandalorian out there, which I mean, obviously is just the figure. It's I don't have the other one up here right now, but I do have the original Season 1 appearance, Mando. So it's basically just this figure with your head on it. So, has Selfie Series description. Where? Which one does it? Oh, I see what you're talking about, Chris. Okay, I got you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It started with a selfie. Now when you look inside this box, you find a customized, one-of-a-kind action figure of yourself. So obviously this one, the Mandalorian one, has the Disney logo on the back of the box, and I assume the Marvel ones would as well. Let me see. Heads don't swap between every lines very well. So yeah, exactly. You'd have to get Black Series, G.I. Joe. You'd have to get all the different series. So let's see is there any other pictures? So yeah, Black Series pretty much looks like typical Black Series. It just says generic Rebel Princess. That makes sense. Even though it's clearly the Leia figure. It has the Leia with the back and everything. I really, really wish that we would see the Power Rangers version of this. The box. But yeah, okay, Iron Man has Infinity Saga, which that makes sense. So I think that the boxes had different numbers, so I assume that you have a specific product number per brand, and then you kind of just go from there, or maybe per type of figure, I suppose. So like Rebel Princess might have had a different one than Mandalorian, for example. But this is really cool. Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, you could like, oh, yeah. Everybody in the chat talking about using this to give you Sentai head sculpts. That is a really good point. You could probably pull that off. But yeah, thank you guys for walking me through this, for helping me realize that there's box pictures and stuff like that on certain ones of these, because that is really cool. So yeah, I mean, it's a really neat idea, but like, I can see why they'd be so expensive, because like what we just see here in the chat, or which one here, this one. Yeah, it would be a logistical nightmare for Hasbro. How would they tool a head for every person? Yeah, I mean, because also like, how would that work? Like, could you make heads, like how, like, would you send in a picture of yourself or multiple pictures of yourself? And if that's the case, could you make heads for Sentai characters? Could you make heads for family members? Could you, this could be a great idea for figure customizers, you know, if there's certain characters Hasbro isn't making, or certain, you know, versions of characters that aren't happening, certain hair, like, for example, certain hairstyles of Power Rangers, maybe. You know, like, if we wanted to, like, make your own better Zeo Blue Rocky head sculpt, could you do that with this line? This really does open a lot of interesting ideas, which I think this is really cool. I like this a lot. I just have so many questions about how it's going to work, how much it will actually cost. I'm assuming 60 is probably a pretty safe bet since they have that listed on all of them, but that could just be a placeholder on the development website. When would they announce this? This seems like a post-con announcement to me. You know what I mean? Kind of something that's going to be applied to all of the brands at once. I would feel like they would do that as like a post-con announcement. You know what I mean? Like, that would be interesting. Huh. This is really cool. Will it be like a me thing? Where like you pick, like you have a bunch of different like faces to start with, and you kind of make a face that sort of looks like you? Like, is that how this would work? Would I be able to put glasses on mine? I would like to, you know what I mean? Like, I always wear glasses. I've worn glasses since I was 4 years old. I would like, if I got a head for myself, I would like to put glasses on, you know what I mean? Like, is that something we could do? What would the hair colors be? You know what I mean? Like, or our hair, not hair colors, hairstyles be? Like, how would that work? Would that be for a specific picture that you have? Or I guess even the colors too, but maybe this would be something that they integrate into the Hasbro Pulse app to where, like, you could choose a bunch of different things. Lots of questions. Lots of questions. Would I be able to get, like, a Josh head for the Pink Ranger female body? Because, like I said earlier, I would buy every version of a Power Rangers figure that they have to offer. Like, I would buy, if they made the whole Mighty Morphin team as options, I would buy the whole Mighty Morphin team as options, because I would want to have everything in the Lightning collection, and since these would have generic different boxes to represent, you know, the female figures, the male figures, or whatever, as we see with the Star Wars stuff and everything, I would need to buy that. I'm also curious why Snake Eyes is here twice, but I'm assuming that's just some weird development thing. Also, this makes no sense to me. Like, where's this Walgreens thing coming from and this Best Buy thing coming from? There's no way that those stores would offer these, because there's no way. Like, these have to be Pulse exclusives, and they already kind of do say that. I think on the box it says that. It says only on Hasbro Pulse right there on the side of the box. So yeah, this is incredibly interesting. Well, what's also cool too is that, like, you buy it for, like, so like Lightning Collection is pretty standard in terms of its head, its neck joints. So like you could just like buy like the Mighty Morphin red one with your face on it, and then you could just take that head and put it on any of the Lightning Collection figures, which, you know, you wouldn't have to necessarily. I mean, it'd be cool to buy like your favorite Ranger just already pre-assembled in the box like that. Like, that would be cool. But what would be neat is that you would basically just have to buy one and use it across the line. You know what I mean? So that would be really neat. Jason asked, how did I discover this? Yeah, so the credit, I said this at the beginning, but the credit to Martian Ranger on Twitter. They are the first person that I saw it from, at least about an hour ago or so. And I was just kind of sitting there and I'm like, how am I going to cover this? Is this link public? I mean, yes, it is. It's definitely not supposed to be. But I mean, it's already been tweeted out, so I could just drop it in the chat. That's fine. It's not like, you know, it's already out there anyway. That's how I have it. So if it was like just sent to me from one of my sources or something, I wouldn't post it publicly. But it's already out there publicly anyway. So, but yeah, they leaked this. They also leaked the upcoming HasLab lightsaber because of this. Nuts. So nuts. Somebody commented, who leaves a dev site publicly accessible? Hasbro, apparently. Well, it's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm sure Hasbro gets pissed at like my leaks that happen all the time and everything like that, but like when things like that happens, like, what, you have no one else to blame but yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously that was not an intentional thing to happen tonight, but like, it happens, and it did, clearly. So, Julian just tweeted out that the developer link is down. That went down a lot faster than I would have expected it to. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Let me try to click it and see what happens. Oh, the link's gone. That's okay. I have it bookmarked. Where did it go? Oh, yep. Yeah, oh yeah. Now you go there and it asks for like a login. Yeah, the Pulse developer site is most certainly down now. So hey, good to at least we got to experience it here, and it is archived now via this live stream. So yep, that's gone, but we got to see it. So, but yeah, that is pretty cool that happened. I'm glad in the end I'm glad that we did a live stream then, because we, you know, yeah, all of Pulse is just down. They just went, oh crap, and they just knocked it all down. They're like, we cannot deal with anything tonight. So good job, Pulse. Thank you for that fun news on a Tuesday night. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I got screenshots. I saved all the pictures from, or all the relevant pictures from the site. So I saved the 2 terrible, horrific pictures of the figures, and I saved the pictures of the boxes. Not all of the boxes though, just the outside shell ones. I didn't save like the individual Star Wars and Marvel boxes, but I'm sure somebody did. So, but yeah, that was fun. So, and that's going to do it. So I'm very interested in this new line of figures that seem to be coming out for the Lightning Collection, and also just other Hasbro 6-inch brands. And obviously it was not supposed to be up yet, so hopefully we see an official reveal for the Selfie series, if it even actually ever becomes a thing, since it was just on a developer site. It might not ever, you know, reach the light of day, but it'd be very interesting to see what happens with that. And of course, until next time, and any updates on the Selfie series that I find, I will be sure to post on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. And thank you all for watching and tuning into the live stream last night if you were there when it was happening. And I hope this was all enjoyable for you guys to learn about this little interesting thing that went down on Hasbro Pulse last night. And I'll see you all in Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice.